Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning from WSFM.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Merrick.
Did you know today is National Lost Sock Memorial Day? Today honors all the socks that are no longer with us. Where did they go? We are not certain, but what we do know is that losing one sock of a perfectly matched pair is a widespread phenomenon. So much so that we have a day on which to honor those socks that we have loved and lost.
The final career cafe will be today in the mill. Lee Elgin will be in the mill to talk about his career as a lineman with the First Energy. We hope to see you there.
Art Club will have a meeting this Friday right after school. All Art Club members should plan to attend.
Just a reminder to all seniors, prom tickets are still on sale with Miss Moore for $60 each. Today is the last day to purchase your tickets. Also, if you are bringing a guest not from MHS, you must fill out an affidavit form. You can pick up those in the main office.
NHS students, please check out the Google Classroom for details about service hour opportunities at the Nolly Fun Fair. These hours will count for the 2025-2026 school year.
The Science Club is having a litter pickup at the Nimasilla Reservoir after school on Thursday, May 15th from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. See the Science Club Google Classroom for details. Let's work together and do some good for the community. Come along and join the fun.
Key Club members should report to room 102 at the end of 8th period today for a quick yearbook photo.
If you owe any money to the cafeteria, it must be paid before the end of the school year. Please check with the cashier to see if you have a negative balance on your lunch account. You can put money on your lunch account with cash, check, or online payment at payschoolcentral.com.
Attention Barbecue Club members, our next meeting will be Wednesday, May 14th, immediately after school. Please make sure to sign up by early next week to attend. Sign-ups are posted in room 118. This will be our steak meeting. Barbecue Club, get your license to grill.
Any student interested in trying out for the 2025 season football cheerleading team, please make sure that you scan the code on the flyer you see around the school or in Mrs. Miller's office. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Coach Elise. And next up will be Blake with the sports.
Good morning, Panther fans. Today, your girls varsity softball team is taking to the road for Perry High School, with the game starting at 5. Also tonight, your boys baseball teams are taking on Waterloo, with varsity away and JV at home, both starting at 5. Today, your boys tennis team is taking on St. Vincent St. Mary, with the matches starting at 4:30. You can check the MHS Panther Sports Twitter account at Akron MHS Sports to get information on time changes, scores, play highlights, and more. Go Panthers! And now, back over to Noah and Merrick.
Thanks, Blake. Happy birthday today to Lily Miller and Lillian Cross. And over the weekend, happy birthday to Isabella Hicks and Everett Robinson.
Today's lunch is stuffed crust pizza, green beans, and choice of fruit. And tomorrow's breakfast will be a variety of breakfast options with your choice of fruit, juice, and milk.
Thank you from WSFM. Signing off,
I'm Merrick.
and I'm Noah.
Have a great day.